Hello, this is Theodore again here. Today we will be doing VFX. So, unlike what you might think, we're not going to go into the VFX thing. We're just going to use the default one. We're going to delete everything here. Clear the rotation and location of that by pressing Alt G and Alt R. We're going to move that up for like 1 or 2 on the x-axis. We're going to also turn on background images and make sure that's set to movie clip. Open up the clip. So now you can see that we can play it, and if you've got a longer clip it won't finish because we need to set scene frames. So we're going to add VFX motion tracking, and we're going to open up that clip, set scene frames, prefetch, and now if we do this, you'll see that it will play through the whole thing. That's a friend of mine. His name's actually, I'm not sure I should mention his name. I'll see if I can get permission from him later to mention his name. But he's a friend. And if we should add a sphere or something. The first one I'm going to be showing you is the muzzle flash. So it's sphere. We're going to rotate that on the y-axis a bit. And we're going to want to select the back vertex here. Press O, G, X, so that it looks a bit more blob-like. And now we're going to go subdivision surface. Let's put that on at least 2. And displace. Now we're going to go into the textures tab and press clouds. Now we're just gonna edit this till we think it looks nice, and we are going to turn this up a bit and shade smooth. I'm going to go into shading, and we're going to do a bit of shading. So I'm going to add an emission and color ramp. We're going to make this value a yellowish value, and this value an orangish red. We're going to also let this be layer weight, and by the way, I'm just going to switch this to here, and we'll actually need to switch to cycles for this and change this to rendered. I'm going to increase this strength to something like 10 maybe. And I'm just gonna edit these colors a bit more. And maybe play around with these two to see what kind of difference we get. And I think that should be mostly good. Now I'm going to do a Control T. And remove this text, this image texture node, and have this 2 generated, or UV, I'm not sure. Let's just play around with this, we'll find it eventually. And I think we're going to set this rotation to 90, and location we'll want the Y to be up a bit. And we'll just play around with this. And this is already looking better. I'm just gonna check what it looks like without that, and we're going to just want to rotate this a bit, and that should be good. And yeah, I think that will be good. Actually, I'm just going to push the strength up a bit. Yeah, that's looking a bit better. So now all we have to do is keyframe this. So with this clip, it's kind of hard to tell where he's trying to shoot because there's an odd kickback. So right there, I think, would be the most logical choice. And by the way, I'm just gonna move this to here and move this here, scaling this down so that it's pretty small, just scaling it up again to be pretty big. I'm just gonna make this have a longer life, I guess. And let's see how this looks. We want to keep that in the same place. Just make sure that it's originally in the same place, which is kind of hard if you don't have the best video quality. I'm just gonna move all of this down one bit, and now I'm going to run this through. One thing you're going to want to remember is to keep this here while it's waiting. I want to make this go a bit quicker, so maybe I'll do that. And I think that will be good. And if we want to add something else there, so I'm going to actually maybe add something there. Maybe just the monkey head. It's a well enough known Blender thing. Just try to manually put this in, since we're not doing any motion tracking. And I'm also going to have to add in a plane now. And under here, I believe there's a thing for shadow, shadow catcher. Huh. Oh, that's what was wrong. Transparent film. So, now, if I just select this, go into edit mode, and kind of like work this so that it's kind of matching up with that. And if we go F12 now, okay, that's looking okay. Hopefully editing goes well on this. And now we can select these two objects so that by the time it's here, it's like here. And we can just copy this, keep it to like here. And just make sure everything's aligned. And let's just texture that. And make this something like a glossy, and guess at where the light is coming from. Actually, I'm going to change this to air Starfrick. Change this to smooth and even at a subdivision surface, just because I care. And let's hope this works. Let's try to find our shadow catcher and make sure that it stays in the right place. And it looks like our light is in the wrong place, so instead of doing all this keyframing, let's just link this animation data. Actually, let's just have it so that they're aligned right now, and parent this. And that should work. Save your files. And now we should be able to render. So now we're going to want to go someplace where it's got the muzzle flash. F12 to render that. Huh. We can see it here. We should be seeing it. Is it viewable? Yeah. Let's just add some stuff in the shader that might make it go up better. And maybe this will work now. Yes, it does. That little speck is what we get. Which frame are we on? Or, okay, let's just go with it. So let's go into compositing and have our clip here and have an alpha over and let's have a scale That's what it looks like. It is. You should be able to see it. Got it there? No. Okay, I'm sure this will turn out well. And now that we've got this, let's just blur this. Let's just go forward so we can see it better. And let's just blur this a bit. Let's go with 1010. And let's just experiment with this alpha over. Let's see if we can change it to a mix. Because sometimes with a mix thing, you can get some more interesting results. That would be an interesting thing. And I guess we're going to stick with the alpha. And we're going to keyframe it so that when we're like here or whenever, we'll just have the blur here to this, and then later to 0, so that the monkey head doesn't get messed up. And I guess this is time to render it. And let me see, will this work with Eevee? No. Okay. I'm just going to change, for mine I'm going to change something. I'm going to change this to 100. The thing I forgot to mention is we have to plug this in here again. we forgot to set this to render size. Okay, now you can see the finished result is okay. Then in like an editing software or something, you could add sound, and I guess I haven't actually watched this all the way through, and you could spend a bit more time on that last part if you wanted. Change the shadows and stuff, line it better, and yeah, but you get the idea. So, I guess we'll do the lasers next time. Okay, so we're going to open up the same scene, save it as something different, and we're going to take this, and we're basically going to make a cylinder, rotate it on the y-axis by 90 degrees, Shift X, and now we can have a small tube like that. We can have it have the same material, but now we can edit it a bit. So we're going to change the rotation. And we're just going to edit this bit a bit, and we're going to just change these to different colors like so. Now we can add some subsurf to this. The shortcut would be Control 2. And I think that actually looks good. Let's just make it a bit bigger here so that it looks more like this. Maybe make it a bit bigger still. And that's looking okay. Let's just scale this down. And that should be good. And we're just going to keyframe this the same way as before. And of course I need to move this so that the origin point is there. And I'm just going to be keyframing it this way. and hopefully that will be good enough. Yeah, that looks good. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. We can now move this better, so we can go over here. Have this rotate a bit. And we're just going to redo this because I wasn't 100% happy with it before. So and we're just going to replicate that, and hopefully this will look better. Let's just look over this one more time. Hopefully this will be fast enough so that nobody notices. Yeah, I think that will be good enough. And let's see how this is. And oh, before we end this, let's add a displace new and change this to global. And we'll just go over here so we can see. And change this to clouds. And I think we'll change this so that it's more like that. And now it might look better. Yeah, I think that will look much better. And let's just take this light. I think I've got a reference for how this light is. Now we can see. And I want the shadows to be less strong. So I'm going to larger and rotate it. And put up the power. And I think that will be better. Let's just go back in our compositing, make sure everything's working. Looks like it is. So now you can render this out, and we'll check back when this is done. So make sure it's set to all and not personalized, and please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you don't like it, please don't give it a thumbs down, just maybe let it be, like the Beatles song.